You have to come to this event, February 13. I'm so excited. Next week.
I've helped everyone from Jamie Foxx, Chris Brown, Drake do some of their parties.
It's the energy that you put out. That's what you get in return.
Yeah, after the age of 12 years old, I actually never stayed in the same house for more than a year.
For me, a ride or die is somebody that will do anything to save the one you love.
All of that's toxic.
Really? Well, good thing I'm on strike.
Yeah, my dad went to prison when I was very young and was addicted to drugs. I want to go and report the truth back to people. I wanted what I said to matter.
You're going to attract those same energy and you're going to be like, oh, why can't I meet anyone? Oh, well, that's why. You kind of started it. Oh my God. I'm so excited that we're doing this podcast because the minute I met you when we were out, I was like, this girl is so my vibe. And that does not happen too often.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Actually, for a long time, especially as an entrepreneur, you do tend to be around a lot of men. And so in the workspace and hanging out with friends, it was like a lot of guys. And now, whatever energy is in the air, I've just been making so many good girlfriends and I love it. I've been just surrounded by like this nurturing energy. We're so happy, we're laughing, we're growing. So happy to have met you too, and we're already working together already. I know
it. But that's the thing, that's what I was just saying on the last podcast before you. It's the energy that you put out. That's what you get in return.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go around being negative and angry and be mad at everyone, then you're going to attract those same energy and you're going to be like, oh, why can't I meet anyone? Oh, well, that's why. You kind of started it.
Yeah.
Right? And your energy just gleams and glows and you're always so positive.
Thank you.
I love everything that you're doing online. Guys, you have to follow her, by the way. What's your handle?
So it's Toi Hardy CEO. TOI HARDY
Love it. Yeah. We have a really exciting episode today. We're going to talk about the most spectacular mansion Hollywood Hills event.
Yeah.
Guys, if you've ever been to an event in the hills, you've never been to one like this. We're going to touch upon that. So you're going to have to wait for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about a lot of fun things. So Toi has a story that's just heart-wrenching but beautiful at the same time, and she is the true example of rags to riches story. So you definitely want to see how she went from nothing to building a multi-million-dollar business and just thriving in life in general. So I cannot wait to talk about that. Oh my God, we have so many stories, fun stories to share with you as well. So let's get right into it. I want to hear about your entrepreneurship, right? Yeah. So you have multiple businesses, you're a CEO, and you just don't stop.
Yeah, they say the average millionaire has 7 different forms of income. And, as we go through things like the recession, as we go through COVID, as we go through strikes and things that affect our business, you need to have other forms of income or you're just not going to survive. And what is life about? Thriving and survival. So finding different forms of income should be everyone's kind of goal. My bread and butter is my marketing company, which is Hey Marketing. It's an agency and it's a firm. So I do political, entertainment, and corporate marketing. And then I'm staffing a lot of events. So I've helped everyone from Jamie Foxx, Chris Brown, Drake do some of their parties, birthday parties, photo shoots.
That is so cool.
Yeah, which is fun. That's on the entertainment side. Corporate, I've worked with like Target and BenQ and Mall of America, and the list goes on and on. I've also worked with I helped on Karen Bass's campaign, helped do fundraising for the LAPD. So anything that can help a brand grow, I like to be a part of. I feel like as a woman, we have this special power of nurturing, of gardening, right? You garden and then you reap the fruits of your hard work. And we nurture everything. We turn ingredients into a meal. We turn, these little DNA samples into a child, right? And we're just so good at that. So I feel like the ultimate woman is going to help people grow. Yeah. And I've been able to do that on such a wonderful level with my business, my marketing firm. And I love it. So I love it. And also that was my bread and butter. My pride and joy is my charity, the Yacht Club Children's Charity.
That is so sweet.
Yeah. And
I want to learn about all of these things, but I want to take it one step at a time so that we can focus for our viewers.
Yeah.
So that first business, right before we get into the charity, how did you even decide, oh, I want to run marketing agencies and I want to help all these businesses?
So I started college when I was 16 in Michigan. And then...
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. You started college at 16?
I did. There's a program. It was really great. Got to start at 16. And I actually wanted to be a news anchor.
Wait. Hold on. So you were like extra super duper smart that you started college early.
Well, I got accepted into a program where you do high school and college at the same time. So I would go and do...
And you're from Michigan?
Yeah, from Michigan.
Wow.
So I was able to finish all of my high school classes and then take 2 college classes every, semester. So at the end of that, I would do, those classes. And I was actually the first high school college cheerleader on that campus, which was cool because they accepted me into that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really fun. It kept me out of trouble, for sure.
So kept you out of trouble. That sounds like you had such a beautiful life.
I had beautiful accomplishments, So again, like going to school, I wanted to be a news anchor, but then, and I got an internship actually. The program helped me get the internship.
Congrats.
There. And I actually ended up giving it up because I felt like working at this news station, they were putting paperwork in front of the beautiful women and saying, say this, and this is how you say it, and this is how you feel about it. And I actually had this passion of where I actually was like, I think I want to go for more journalism because I had this knack to like want to go and report the truth back to people. I wanted what I said to matter. I wanted it to be what I really knew and felt. And being a news anchor, I didn't feel that. I felt like I was told what to say and how to feel, and that wasn't my passion. So I dropped out of that and I changed it to business.
So what gave you the strength to just decide, okay, I don't want to do what my passion is anymore? Because people struggle with that.
When you're young, I don't think you know what your passion is. This is why your relationships don't work out, why a lot of people don't go get a job even in what they have their degree in, because you're searching for your passion. And being from Detroit and Flint, Michigan, which is in the top 3 in poverty, crime, all of these things, and not having a lot of guidance, all I could do was chase my heart, and chase what felt like the right thing to do. So when I knew that I felt like I wanted to make the world a better place, but someone was telling me just to be cute and say what they wanted me to say, it didn't feel right. So I stopped doing it. And of course I had some onlookers in my family that's like, you're not making the right decision. That's very irresponsible of you. And it was okay because it felt right, Yes. And I went to school for business and I loved it. And then part of business, some of the classes you have to take in marketing, business marketing, is psychology classes. Because you have to understand the brain to be able to market to it. Once I took that, I actually ended up picking that up as a degree as well, and I double majored, so I went for business and psychology. And psychology was able to help me cope with the world, because now I can look at someone and understand why they are that way, and where some of us, we blame ourselves, right? Why is crime like this? Why did this person treat me this way?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so it helped me understand that sometimes it's chemical imbalances, sometimes it's trauma, and every single time it's never your fault how someone else is acting, and you can help them through that. So again, these were things that was calling to my heart, and this is why I changed, and I felt more in my alignment. And it was really cool.
So you seem very, very confident, well established. You have a lot going on for you, and you have multi-million-dollar businesses, right?
Yeah.
You have charity. You have so much in your life. You must have had a family that really nurtured you to grow and supported you, right?
Actually, a little bit of the opposite. Like we were saying, it's a rag to riches story. After the age of 12 years old, I actually never stayed in the same house for more than a year. I went from home to home. It's four of us. I'm the oldest of three siblings. And so I was,
You went from home to home. So
yeah.
let's just, for people that don't understand what that means.
well, it means like I was in a different school every year. I was in a different home every year. Sometimes I was staying with.
So you had parents but didn't stay in your parents' house.
Yeah, because my dad went to prison when I was very young and was addicted to drugs.
Wow.
And my mom was a police officer, but because, again, being a police officer in such a violent place, it made her, I think she absorbed that violent energy and didn't know how to really be an attentive mom. So she would just check out and, maybe take out some of what she was experiencing outside of the home in the home. And that was very, very tough for us. So we had to just, go from home to home.
But how many homes were you in?
Again, every year I changed homes. So from
Wow.
the age of I think 11, 12 years old is when I started, going to different
So you
homes.
had 7, 8 different homes.
Yeah. Went to a different school every year, had to make friends all over. And then there were some times I was staying with, a cousin that was a drug dealer. Wow. And, he was very protective of me though. And he would drop me off at school in a Chevelle, a pimped out car with spinning rims, and pass me much money and make sure. And it was just crazy because I got to see at that low point how, even though society had called certain people bad people, they had actually shown me more love than my mother could some days. So I learned how to judge a person based on their actions and not based on the titles that they have.
250%. It's so crazy to me how as soon as you put on your resume, oh, been to jail. I've never been to prison, but I have friends who have, and immediately, disqualified from the application. Yeah. But it's did you even talk to that person? Do you even know who they are now? Do you know what happened that put them in there? Do you know what happened in their lives that the whole situation went on? Yeah. And people are so quick to judge.
Yeah.
You don't know their situation. Those people are actually the ones who saved your life.
Yeah. And then there was times where I was staying, with a different person in the family, and we were on boats and we had farms and, playing with deer and cows and horses and getting to have a childhood. And then there's time I stayed with someone else and she tried to sell me to someone for money, to
someone that was caring for you.
Yeah.
Tried to sell you to somebody.
Yeah. And I had to run away. So it was really crazy.
You are so brave.
So it was insane, and I had to figure things out. I got a fake ID and went and got a job so that I could get my siblings off to school, give them bus money. And, my siblings would go back and forth from my place to my parents' place and to wherever they were staying. So it was a lot going on. And in my mind, the only thing that was going to save me was education. That was it. I was I have to get out of here. I can't, going from home to home made me realize that none of these places had to be my final destination. I wanted to learn what I could in that room. I wanted to feel safe. And then I could leave at any time. And most likely I had to leave. So I took that with me now. I've lived state to state, I went to college in Minnesota. I lived in Florida. I, moved out here from Vegas. So I would move with opportunity, and it's been going good because, again, I want to chase learning and knowledge. I want to chase what feels good to my soul and be able to sleep with myself at night. And I want to be able to still provide as the oldest for my family.
I think that your story is just so inspirational, so admirable. You're a hero to your siblings.
Thank you.
I'm so curious. How did you not let all of that get to you? Because the other side of the coin is someone else in your position could have done so many other things.
So statistically, if you go through, some of those things. And again, growing up there, I've seen dead bodies. I, walked past them in the street. I have been assaulted.
Is that bad there?
I mean, in neighborhoods, it is. Like, again, top 3 in the country.
Wow.
Remember Flint, Michigan? They didn't fix the water there. The water was poison, had lead in it.
Yeah.
So there is some good about the city, and the people are incredible, but it is on some third world stuff in some of the neighborhoods. The house I grew up in and the school that I went to has been bulldozed. It doesn't even exist anymore, so it's a lot. It's a real life what's like what's going on, and a lot of us don't get to see it. So statistically, growing up there, you are supposed to end up dead, in jail, or addicted to drugs, and my siblings and I are not. I'm very proud of them, and myself, but it's tough. And to have gone through what I've gone through and survived it has actually been the gas in my own tank, which is I'm 110 pounds, you guys, 115 pounds. So if I can do it as an ethnic woman with no parents, without a lot of muscles, without a lot of guidance, you can do it. There's nothing.
Absolutely. And that's what the whole podcast is about.
Yeah.
That no matter what cards you're dealt, you can go ahead and fix it.
Yeah.
You can change it, find a way. So I'm really curious to know, what was it? What was that factor that kept you sane, that didn't allow you to do drugs or commit suicide or end up?
I definitely was tempted with those. I did struggle with suicidal thoughts, and depression. I had PTSD from the abuse and the traumas that I saw growing up. And number one is I did not want to fail. That's it. I didn't want to fail. Like, being homeless is hard and being rich is hard. Which hard are you going to choose? I never slept in the car. I didn't have to, but I can imagine sleeping in a car is hard. But also waking up and trying to run all these businesses with all these, disgruntled employees is just as hard, So which hard are you going to choose? That's number one. So it was hard growing up there. It was very, very hard waking up, and it's snow. I'm catching the bus in snow to school.
What was the number one factor that just pushed you to choose your heart, to choose the light?
Also, my siblings. I would have to say my siblings. One, I didn't want to fail. I wasn't a person that...
Were they younger than you?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so you were the oldest.
Yeah.
So you felt like you were the mom. You were the protector.
Yeah, if I, if I failed, then they would fail because they had nobody. They just had me.
Do you still have a good relationship?
Pretty decent. They're in Florida and they're adults now, so they're kind of living their own life. Yeah. And because I was kind of like a parent more than I was a sibling. It's kind of like my younger brother. He's a lawyer now. I'm so proud of him. He lived in Japan for a couple semesters.
And you did all that you started it.
Yeah.
I
helped them with it. Like I said, my mom did check in and out, and I didn't do it by myself, and we did have some family that checked in and out. And sometimes, that's the blessing of life. You have what you have. Nobody asked to be on this planet. We didn't ask for our parents. We didn't ask for, anything. We're just here and asked to survive this situation. And so I'm always counting my blessings. I'm also a very grateful person. I wake up and say, okay, what do I have, again, this woman, that I can make a meal out of? Because we have to eat, and that's it. Failure is not an option, and that's the mentality. If, the Bible says you don't work, you don't eat. So get the hell up and do the work. And then that's that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I want to send a message to any other maybe young teen out there, someone who's struggling in a poverty area, and they went through the same situation. They're going through it right now. Talk to the camera and give them one piece of advice that would help them get out.
My advice, someone asked me last night, I even have my own life coach. right? Even a counselor has to sometimes get counseling because of the things that we see through and help other people through. Like I had counseling and now I do counseling, you know? So don't be afraid to seek help. There's help out there. A lot of the programs that helped me, once I ran away from home, I was on government assistance. I went and got a food stamp card so I can have groceries to make it easier for us to survive, right? So don't be afraid of what your reality is. Just acknowledge your reality and want better. Being tired is a part of hard work. If you slept all day, you wouldn't be tired. You'd be rested. But working hard, you have to be tired, right? Failure is a part of success. If you've never tried anything, you're not going to fail, you know? So you have to fail. That's a part that's normal. Love yourself through it. And look for what feels good to you. You know, like at the end of the day, you have to sleep with yourself at night. And even if you're going through a situation where some people have, you know, maybe sold drugs, some people have maybe had to sleep with someone that they didn't want to survive, maybe had to steal something from the store, forgive yourself and say, this is what I did when I didn't know better, but I have my whole life ahead of me to do better, right? You can only do better when you know better. So just search for what feels good. Don't be angry. You know, no one likes an angry person. Like you said, what you attract, right? You attract what you put out there. So if you're waking up and you're grateful and you're hardworking and you're doing things with your heart and you're searching for your purpose, people are going to acknowledge that in you. And when you are done working really, really hard and you feel like it's almost time to give up, you will turn around and it'll be a lot of people applauding you because they've seen your work ethic and they've seen your heart. So someone asked me yesterday a couple things that I'm proud of myself for, and the most powerful thing that he said, I said, that inspired him was, I'm proud of myself for not giving up. So don't give up.
That's absolutely the most beautiful message that you can send to anyone who's going through a difficult time. No matter what age you are, you will get through this, and you need this downfall in your life. You need this challenge to level up to your next level of success. Climb that ladder.
I do have a daughter. Her name is Faith. Aww. And, you know, I'm training her to, you know, be a lady boss as well. I feel like as women, when we have we should, a little tiger mom advice, like if you have to lead your kids, right? And so she's gonna have a business degree. Like she's like, I raised her for that. Like, you're gonna go for business and you're gonna go for engineering. You're gonna understand technology because it's the future. You're gonna understand business because not a lot of people give women businesses. So we have to train our women in business. And for our sons, they just need a respectable title. If a man is a lawyer, they'll give him a business. If a man is a doctor, they'll support him opening his own practice. But there's a glass ceiling most of the time for women, right? So if a woman understands business, has a business degree, and she's taught or given a business like from family and qualified to run it, then she's at the top tier of society. So this is how I feel. So I want more kids. And my boys, they'll probably be like lawyers and doctors, but my girl,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
So, you know.
You're super mom.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's purpose.
Like, I can't believe it, though. You're so sexy and beautiful. I would have never known.
You know, it's about being the thing is, we're so capable of whatever we think.
So how do you stay fit?
Yeah.
How do you stay so beautiful and you have
Girl,
all this going on? How do you stay to look so good?
Okay, so I do eat healthy. Like, I have my smoothies and I have my juices. That's not how I stay skinny. You know how I stay skinny? Because people stress me the hell out. They stress me out. I work really hard and I wake up, I'm like, I didn't eat today. I didn't eat. You know why? Because I was busy dealing with this crazy food.
That's how I'm telling you. People ask me, oh, how'd you lose weight? And I'm like, I didn't even try.
Yeah.
When you didn't, because I was so busy, I didn't have time to eat.
So, yeah, but we do have to delegate that. So
I know.
I do want to get I want an assistant to just come and like feed me food to my mouth. Like, it's
Just
time to
remind you.
eat. Yeah.
Remind you to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So you have the beautiful charity.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called the Yacht Club Children's Charity. So remember how I was saying I really felt like education was my only way out.
It's funny how a kid your age, 15, 16 years old, would say education. Like, kids don't think like that. Kids hate school. So I want to know, what is this charity about? How did you come up with it?
So remember when I said I started college at 16, one of the classes that they gave us the option was to go and spend what time we would spend in a classroom actually volunteering and learning about like humanitarianism.
That's really nice.
It was my favorite because we went to orphanages, we went to soup kitchens, we went to elderly homes, we went to a lot of stuff. And even though I had a really rough upbringing, I was forced to see an orphanage, you know, where I went there and these kids are drawing me pictures saying they love me because no one's reading them books. You know, they don't have, you know, it was just crazy.
What was the name of the orphanage?
Whaley's Children's Center. Actually, I remember. I can't believe I remember it, but
Oh,
I
that's so sweet.
Yeah, in Flint, Michigan.
You were the little light in their lives.
I love it, but again, it's just like purpose, right? Even the person at their lowest can help somebody. It's always someone lower, and I kind of got to see that, and because I had to stay strong for my own siblings and family, I really wanted to be strong for other children. And like I said, education was the only way out for me. So once I got it and I got these opportunities, and I just felt like I wanted to give that back to my city. I wanted that since I was 16 years old. So in the last couple of years, I started Yacht Club's Children's Charity, and I do have a lot of friends where we're on yachts and we're in Dubai and we're, you know, in Japan and we're partying and all of this stuff. And it's like, how could we do this and still affect the world in a positive way where we're not just, you know, partying, drinking alcohol and passing out, and then our days are going by. So we have parties, but some of the ticket sales goes to giving kids school supplies, giving them meals, giving them classes. And so sometimes we provide the classes. So I'll do swimming classes at my house, acting classes, speech classes, financial literacy classes.
What is the age range for these students?
K through 12.
Oh, that's so nice. And how can we find out about it?
It's yachtclubchildrenscharity.com. And you can just Google it. It's on my Instagram. I do events a couple times a month that goes for it. And then sometimes we actually collab with other charities. So they have classes, right? Or they might
How do they find out about it, the kids? So that they can go to these events and they can enjoy with you.
Yeah, I have a team that goes out and will, you know, partner with some other charities and do some events for those kids. There's just like a lot of programs out there, and we just spend the time searching for them.
So what can we do here to help the charity grow even more?
You can go to the website, Yacht Club Children's Charity, and then there's a donation link. You can always donate. If you're on the West Coast, you can come to some of our events. And like I said, the ticket prices and the donation, a lot of that goes towards the charity as well.
Oh, speaking of events.
Yeah.
You're holding a charity event very, very soon.
Yeah. So we're having a Valentine's Day party. It's the day before Valentine's Day. So Tuesday, February 13th. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going from 6 p.m. to like 1 a.m.
Oh my God.
A lot of fun. And it's going to be at my mansion in the Hollywood Hills. And you know how every mansion has a name? We call it the Hay Invest House, because a lot of business happens actually there. My dinner table fits 20 people, and we have board meetings there all the time. So I love it.
Oh my God.
It's you see the Hollywood sign in the back. I'm right up here in these hills. And so, really good view. We're right at the top. and it's going to be fun. We're having a runway show. We're having food and drinks there. It's going to be singles friendly and couples friendly. So it'll be food there. I know that that's kind of important for Valentine's Day for couples. So we'll have food. It's going to be a burlesque show going on. And it'll be really good photo shoot opportunities. So if the girls want to come early with photographers and just shoot in the mansion with the stuff set up, well, they'll have the opportunity.
This is not just any party.
Yeah.
Because normal Hollywood Hills parties, if anybody's been to Hollywood Hills mansion parties, which I have, it's very upscale and elite, and you all walk around, with your pinky up and the little glass.
Oh, I have those too.
Yeah.
I have those too.
I like those. I'm not knocking them.
Yeah, I have those when we have like servers in the house walking around with a towel, pouring your champagne.
Yeah, I
definitely have those. And those are like what we do with the politicians and what we do with like city council and what we do with like, our corporate sponsors that come over. But, this one is going to be fun.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah.
So there's a time and a place for everything, just like me.
Balance.
Right? I know when to be business, and then I know when to be party or, a little sexy, depending on the occasion.
This is what life is about.
I know.
Life is like about doing like, again, everything that you want to do.
Yes.
Like, why would you stop it because someone else put you in a box?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got so excited when you sent me the event because normally, like I said, it's very elegant and upscale, and I like that, because that's what Hollywood's about.
Yeah.
But then I read everything that you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Burlesque dancers. You're going to be having games.
And so the cool thing, the burlesque dancers are like famous dancers though. Like they were on stage this week. Yeah, they were on stage this week. And like I'm hosting it with my girlfriend Corey Yee, who's like a huge, huge model.
Oh.
And with Holly Barker. So all these girls have millions of followers. One of my other girlfriends, Star, she's like 11 or 12 million on TikTok.
Wow.
So it's going to be like a lot of beautiful models. We're going to have 100 models in the building.
Okay, so this is the party to be at.
Yeah.
February 13th.
And okay, this is the fun part. This is what all the guys are going to love.
Tell me.
So if you're single, they're going to give you a ticket. And that ticket has a matching ticket that a girl's going to have.
No way.
So the guys that are single, their jobs is to go and find the girls that have their matching ticket.
So it's like a scavenger hunt.
It's a scavenger hunt, but it's also to make new friends. And if you're single, like, don't you want to go and ask, maybe there's a hot model that has your ticket and like, it's going to be cool.
That is so awesome. And it's also, this is a really good excuse for those shy guys out there who they don't know how to approach,
Exactly.
and this is kind of like their way in.
So this is what I'm saying. It's not snooty where guys will just be standing in the corner in a suit. Like it's going to be, I mean, don't get me wrong. Everyone has to dress cocktail. Like you have to dress like a gentleman. You have to dress like a lady, but it's going to be fun, entertainment. It's going to be amazing. And again, a lot of the proceeds are going to go to the kids.
I'm so excited.
My goal is to raise like $30,000 at this party.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Because this is all going to charity.
A fraction of it's going to go to charity, but because I have to pay my staff.
You know what? I like the honesty.
Yeah.
I like the honesty.
A fraction of it's going to go because I have to pay the staff.
Of
It's
course.
probably going to cost like $10,000 to throw this party. It's going to be crazy.
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
But
I'm all for it.
it's going to be fun though.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be so much
I
fun.
cannot wait.
And we have games, which is going to be fun. And so
Stop
I want to
it.
see who's like going to play the games. Like, there's a game where you have to like pick the balloon up and like get it all the way up here.
Stop it.
There's going to be games. Like I'm going to have fun. Like now that, like I'm not, like I already know my future. I'll probably be like, I don't know. I might run for mayor one day. I don't know.
I just had former mayor of Burbank on the show just before you.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I might do something like that because I am, again, like doing like humanitarian work and my charity and, trying to help people with like green initiatives, find better gas, alternatives and help build houses for the homeless. Like this stuff is really in my heart, but also I am young, I am good looking, and I want to enjoy my life. So it's like, and my girlfriends are hot and I want us to be able to go party in our places and enjoy our life. Yes. And then when the weekend's over, put back on your suit and tie and get your briefcase and get back to work.
Yes. Fuck it. Let's go to the jacuzzi after this.
Oh, I do so many meetings from my hot tub.
No way.
This is what I worked for.
Stop it.
This is what I worked for. Like, I feel like if I can do it people can really, really do it.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
Hell yes.
For
Oh,
sure.
you're making me so excited right now. Because I was just saying, like, I want more girlfriends who are entrepreneurs, who have the same mindset like me, who are ambitious, want to go after their goals and dreams. And poof, here you are.
See, it's affirmation.
It really is.
It's law of attraction. And they say the 4 people that you hang around is like a testament to like who you are.
Yes.
You know, and as you get older, that matters. Your peace matters.
It does.
It matters so much. So it's like, you know, I don't want to be around anybody messy. I don't want your trouble to reign into my life. I work so hard for where I'm at that I really don't want your drama destroying everything that I work for. So in order to show the universe and to show God that I appreciate what I have to protect my energy. I have to keep, you know, like vampire energy suckers and like irresponsible people away from what's important to me.
Absolutely.
You know?
I run away from drama. If I see anybody talking about all their shit that happened, I'm like, uh-oh. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
You won't
I'll
hear
give
from
some
me
people,
again.
I won't cut them off. I'll give them some advice and some time to work it out, but keep your distance.
Well, I'm talking more about like new people that are about to come in that I don't really
that
know
already
yet.
drama,
I'm just
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna go that way today.
Yeah.
You go left, I go right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You know, like, there's like this funny parts of movies where they're like, hey, aren't you going to give me a tip? And the guy's like, yeah, stay out of dark alleys at night. And, you know, it's supposed to be kind of like funny, right? And that's actually my advice I give myself. Whereas like, stay out of drama. Yeah. Like just stay out. Like, you know, why would you go down a dark alley at night? The chances of something bad happening is a lot. So stay out of drama, stay away from negative people. Exactly. Like think really hard. Like if I love myself and wanted to protect myself, would I do this? Yeah. Would this be my friend? Would this be my spouse? Would this be my job? Like stay out of dark alleys at night. That's like advice.
200.
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
So Valentine's is coming next week. We have your event on the 13th. On the 14th.
Yeah.
Are you going to spend it with your special someone? Because I heard that you were, well, I met you when you were with Robert.
Yeah, Robert Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a big, like, huge actor.
Yeah, no.
So
yeah.
Probably have this huge event planned with him.
Actually, so I'm not with Robert. I'm not with him. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I let that can of worms out. You guys were so cute together, though.
No, we were actually perfect looking together, you know, and that's that. But, you know, we're not together.
But how was the relationship, though?
All I have to say is Robert Richard is a good actor. That's that.
Noted.
Yeah.
He's a very good actor.
The best.
Man, you guys were really cute. I actually really liked you together.
Yeah. I mean, the whole world that saw us, you know, loved it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Things happen, you know.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
The biggest blessing is coming for you.
Oh, no.
The biggest blessing. That's what happens after a breakup. Blessings rain in a good way. In a very good way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I also think what I'm doing with I want a husband. I'm not gonna lie. I really do want a husband. And sometimes in Hollywood, people say they want it, but their lifestyle isn't receiving of a wife or a husband, right? And I've even had to tell some girlfriends, like, I want a husband, I want a boyfriend. And I'm like, look at your Instagram. You look like you have a sugar daddy online. So if you meet somebody who is really wanting a wife and you're not a good representative of that, your life isn't receiving to a husband. So, you know, and the same thing, yes.
Well, what are the signs of having a sugar daddy online?
You know, things like you're in every single country by yourself. You're in a You're in a lot of sports cars, different ones all the time.
Stop it! Okay, tell me more.
No one knows what you do for work, but you have a lot of expensive handbags. All of that is like sugar daddy stuff.
Do you know what's some bullshit?
What?
Okay, let me tell you. In New York, I get along with the old people from church. And when I say old people, I mean like over like 60 years old. Not even 60 is pretty young, like over 75.
Yeah.
Right? And then I come here to LA and I have the same thing. I'm like, oh, I go to church and then I meet the old people in church that are over 75. And then sometimes like we go for coffee or we go to an event together. Do you know what someone said to me yesterday?
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. Like, Dina, I know you got a sugar daddy. I know you got one. And I'm in my head, I'm like, motherfucker, I walk 3 jobs really hard to do what to have what I have.
Yeah.
And then because I'm seen now here in Los Angeles with someone from church who's older, it's automatically sugar daddy here in LA because that's the MO here.
Yeah, it is, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a glass ceiling that people put over people. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, Toi, you're young, hot." Like people really have said, like, asked me, who did I have to sleep with to be where I'm at?
It's not like this on the East Coast.
Yeah,
it's not like this there.
But it's just because it is an MO out here. You have your producers' couch stories, and you have the people out here that take advantage of each other. So that's a box that people put people in. Which is like, it doesn't matter. I don't care what people's opinions are of me. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, like, even with the girls that aren't ready, I was actually married at 18 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so got divorced. And
you were romantic. I think that's sweet.
Yeah, and got divorced. And I remember dating after that, and I was very honest with the guy that I was dating. I was like, I'm actually not looking for a husband right now. I'm just looking for, I just want to be with one guy, and I want us to have fun. I'm not interested in doing your laundry. I'm not interested in talking about having kids. I just want to enjoy my life right now with someone I enjoy the time with. And boy, oh boy, did we have the best relationship ever. We're still really, really good friends, but we just went to all these different countries and we had fun, and it was just him and I, and it was like really great. And
so how are you planning to attract your future husband, since you talk a lot about energy?
What I'm doing right now, again, like in that moment of after dating, like now I'm ready to be a wife again. But after that divorce, I wasn't. But I had to be honest with myself, right? I feel like a lot of the dating issues we have out here is people aren't honest with themselves. You know, they're not ready to change. Every guy that I've dated has actually said that they wanted to marry me. Everyone. Wow. Everyone. Yeah.
Ooh,
so everyone.
Yeah, I was engaged a couple of times.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, damn. Oh, we're in the same boat.
But I feel like those guys kind of did that because they did know we were quality women, and they also knew that that's what we were looking for. But I don't feel like those guys, because if a guy wants to marry you, he will. Yeah. So in those situations where the guy proposed to me, he still cheated.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you say that you want to marry a woman and you've cheated on her even before marrying her? Like, you can't wait till y'all was married and she's not going anywhere. Like, it's that much of a thing. And so, and one thing that I don't like is I don't like liars and I don't like cheaters. Mm-hmm. And they're the same as a thief to me. And I hold men accountable the same way I hold myself accountable. And the more accountable you hold yourself, the further you're going to go in life. Because if I hold myself accountable, I can't be a raging drunk because I wouldn't get anything done. Therefore, I watch how much I drink, right? Yeah. So holding yourself accountable and setting healthy boundaries for yourself, why would I accept less from anyone else? And I hold myself to such a high standard. So I don't like, I try to make it easy for my guy not to cheat, because if I trust my guy, then we can actually allow a female to join us.
Oh, that's so nice.
I am open to that.
Wow, that guy is a lucky man.
But I have to trust him.
He's lucky.
I have to trust him.
Okay.
He has to be faithful to me, because then now we can do things together. But if the only thing you're sharing with me is penis, and then you want me to share it with somebody else, and I don't even know where you're going to be. I'm not even sleeping with a guy that's not going to date me. you know? And then I also feel like
Same.
in the first 6 months, I feel like a guy should know if he wants to marry you or not.
100%.
And then I think after your first year together, a guy should be solidifying and having a wedding date.
Oh, I agree. I agree. If you don't know within 1 year, like 6 months, yes, but I would say for me, for sure, a year. And my mom used to tell me that if a guy doesn't tell you that they want to marry you within the first year, or at least vision it in the future, then what are you waiting for?
Well, you're literally like wasting years of your life, you know?
Well, here's the thing though, too. That's for people who want to get married. There's some people who marriage is just not for them. And that's okay, you know, to each his own. Not everyone wants to have a committed long-term relationship. They just want to enjoy their life. Fine.
That's very fair. And like I said, that's about being honest with yourself so that the people around you know. I personally feel like, so the people know where you are, right? There's 8 billion people on the planet. We don't have to agree on the same thing. We all won't. But I do believe that when you think about nature itself, anyone that convinces themselves that being over sexual, like women will be like, oh yeah, I love having sex with multiple people because I'm a freak. Guys, I love having sex with multiple women. Anyone who says that probably is borderlining a mental problem, because
I've never heard of that.
No one enjoys pouring themselves into a situation that they're not appreciated in. You can convince yourself that, but that's a lie you're telling yourself. You actually, like, men fall asleep after sex, right? Because their energy is depleted. So how many times are you going to give your energy to an unworthy source that cannot feel good all the time?
Oh my God.
You know? And a woman too. A woman, there's no store that a person can walk in and come out with a soul at all. God has put a portal to his own spirit inside of a woman. There's no way that you are happy allowing men who aren't pouring back into you to touch something so valuable and leave you with nothing, you know?
I've never heard it put so beautifully.
Sure.
For me, I believe in true love. I want to give myself and my soul, because that's how I feel when I'm giving myself to somebody. It's like I'm giving you all of me because I really care about you and I love you and I want to be with you.
Yeah.
So that's how important that is to me, and it's very sacred. Another guest, my sister, not biological, but she's like my sister. She was a guest on the show. She was saying how the comments were crazy on this one. I don't know how you're gonna feel about this. Guys, watch the other episode with Jessica, okay? You'll like it. It's controversial. She said that when you have sex with a poor man and he ejaculates inside of you, that he's giving you his poorness. That he's giving you his energy and who he
what
is.
she's trying to say, which is actually a real fact, that, you know, there's a scientific fact. There's DNA. And energy,
that's what she said.
Yeah,
that's what she said. She said that his DNA is inside of you.
Yeah, and it's not about the poorness. It's about everything. It's about trauma.
Everything.
It's about demons. It's about everything that you're absorbing this person's energy. You know, energy can't be created or destroyed. It can only be moved around. And this is a fact, right? This is a scientific fact.
Right.
So,
be careful.
So you're absorbing that person's energy. You know, and you're absorbing that person's DNA. If a woman actually like swallows a guy's sperm, it makes her chances of getting pregnant by him higher, because her body because her body is familiar with his DNA now. You know, women and your body naturally fights off stuff that there is not supposed to be inside. So when a guy comes inside you, and you've already had a lot of his sperm, the body's going to be happy to absorb it because it's familiar with it.
Well,
you know?
Good thing I'm on strike.
Yeah.
So I'm actually curious then, because I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah.
So, you know, New York, I have a New York attitude, and I am a ride or die personality type.
Yeah.
So for me, a ride or die is somebody that will do anything to save the one you love, that's be willing to go through great lengths to make somebody that you love happy, putting their needs before yours when their life matters before yours.
All of that's toxic.
Really?
All of that's so toxic.
No
I'm never
way.
putting anyone else's needs before mine except for my child, because the child's going to die if they don't eat before the mom. I'm never doing that.
No way.
No,
That's why I don't want to get into a relationship.
Partners. We're partners. I am not your slave. Now, I am submissive. Don't get me wrong. I believe
intrigued.
I should, my man should get a blowjob every day. My man also has to pray with me every day. My man also, if I'm sick, he should wash the dishes. If he's sick, I'm washing the dishes. But we're partners, so we actually have enough money for a maid. You understand? So we're partners.
I like that.
And so I'm not riding or dying with you. I'm your partner, and if you were my business partner and the business was tanking, I'm gonna fix it. If you make a bad money decision, of course, I'm gonna hold you down and I'm gonna help you with it, because we're partners. You understand? Even
like
if we
that
divorce,
attitude.
we're still
Okay.
good partners. You're gonna help with my kid because it's your kid. We're partners in this. I'm not riding or dying for anybody, because I like to live. And I like to be happy. I'm not putting anyone's needs in front of mine. I have healthy boundaries. I love myself too much. Getting into a relationship shouldn't be the death of your happiness. It shouldn't be, I now work for you. If I love myself, would I sit across from a man and let him treat me like I'm dumb? I just wouldn't.
You learn their lessons, and everything's supposed to happen for a reason. We'll talk more about this on the next podcast because we're running out of time. The light is going away. This was absolutely amazing having you on the show. And guys, you have to come to this event, February 13th. I'm so excited. Next week.
Yes.
I'll be there. So tell us, where can we find you one more time?
So go on to Instagram. It's Toi Hardy CEO, TOI HARDY CEO, and also toyhardy.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and put in the comments below what was your most favorite part of this episode today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.